Hey everybody, I'm Mike and I'm a nerd. So today we're gonna do a coaching session on me. So I usually take 30 minutes to get to know somebody when I start coaching them, and we'll talk about what the values are, what are non-negotiables, what are negotiables, what you really care about in your life. And I help them build a mind palace, right? So we build out the place where you go in your mind when you have decisions that are important. And I make it so when you have nobody else to turn to, this is the place you go, right? When you want to give yourself the advice, you have these things etched in stone in your house, the place you live, and you want to raise everybody in your family from here on out. It's like, you know, becoming your own mentor and setting the foundation for how people in your life will interact with you and how you're going to raise other people in your family, even if you don't have children yourself, right? For example, I have children. I don't have children, right? Currently, but I have a niece and nephew. How would I want my ideal house to be when my niece and nephew come to visit? If they bring their friends, right? If I'm having a barbecue, how do I want people to interact with the house? What kind of setting do I want to have, both physically and mentally? So I usually tell people to have a foundation, right? So some people's foundation, it doesn't have to be a physical thing, it could be a concept, right? So my foundation is trust. I've had people who have foundation is the truth, um, is empathy, is, whatever you feel as soon as you step in the door, as soon as you step on the foundation, that is what you embody completely. So my foundation would be trust. That's why I want to embody completely when I go to my mind palace. When I go in there, like I trust myself, I trust the people I allow into my life, and I trust the decisions I make. And from there, we talk about the pillars. So the pillars are your principles, your values, the non-negotiables, right? So I tell people to have 3 to 5 of them. And I actually recently just added a fifth one. More than five, I think, is too much. And it's hard to hold up a roof with only two things. So at a minimum three, to a maximum five. And mine are health, finance, career, family, and finally legacy. The more I think about it, the more important legacy is to me, and that's why I do everything I do now, right? So even if I don't have children, um, I can help other people figure out what they care about, and they can pass those things down. Having that kind of internal investment, I think is important. So when we heal ourselves, we heal the world, right? Because we're part of the collective consciousness. When I'm not hurt and I interact with other people, I don't hurt other people, right? Hurt people, heal people, heal people. And that's the kind of legacy I want to leave behind. Yeah. So, I mean, those are my foundations. And then you have walls. When you're building your walls around, the walls are the negotiables, right? And I mean, they could be anything. They could be concepts, right? Like I in my house would like a wall where you have the paint that you can like have like markers or like a chalkboard wall or a marker wall, where the kids can draw stuff because kids are going to draw stuff, right? I want to draw stuff. I want to have a whiteboard wall where I just like mind map stuff, or whiteboard things, just ideas and concepts. Um, or maybe make it like the conspiracy theory guy where like all the strings are coming together. Just because I have really bad ADHD. And I want to get the ideas out there in a physical space where I walk by and see it like, oh, okay. Or like a vision board wall where this is what I want to do next, right? This is um, the conceptually what this would look like a dream house or a dream job, or um, what I want to roadmap next in my life, right? If I'm building a startup, what does that startup look like, values wise? How big do I want to get it? Do I want to sell it? Do I want to keep this in the family portfolio? Whatever, what have you. So those are kind of the concepts and walls, and then the different rooms, like what the kitchen looks like. I love to cook, so I'd want a big open concept kitchen where I have plenty of space to cook. And I love that. I love cooking. I love feeding people. That is my um that that's my it's my jam, right? That's what I put it. That's what really makes me feel alive is hosting in the house, having people over, having quality time as a family, having dinner together, watching a movie as a group, um, and just sitting down, right? And I want to do, family dinner Sundays, right? Which I do with my family, my sister, and niece, and nephew. We try to get together on Sundays and have dinner as a family. Usually it's going out to a restaurant. Um, I mean, probably lately, because we're just so tired from life, it's hard to like get together and cook and go shopping and everything like that. It's easier to just go out to a restaurant. But I want to bring back that concept in the living room, space in the living room. If like other parts of the house, like um, walking in through the door, having the closet next to the door for the shoes and the jackets and stuff like that. I want to live in I want to say tropical space, but I live in Florida now, and I probably will continue to live in Florida for the majority of my life. We'll see. Maybe I'll move to Thailand. One of my goals is to have estates all around the world, sustainable, um, regenerative estates all around the world. And that's a goal, right? Whether I just have the one house here in Florida that does it, or several properties around the states that do it, and buy properties around the world that did the same kind of thing, and employ people to help build regenerative farms and animal rescues because that's what I care about. I care about building a world where we don't have to escape from. Part of my thing is having a life where I don't have to escape from or vacation from. Right, like I live the vacation life. Right, I live in a place where I want to be, and wanting to travel and having to travel is different. Right, where I can just take time off and just rest at home and be rejuvenated. So, I mean, those are some of the concepts. Um, is there a coffee room in the house? Is there a snack room? Is there an entertainment like theater room? Those are some of the concepts. How many stories are there? How many bedrooms? How many bathrooms? What are those concepts looking like in your mind palace? Right? It doesn't have to be perfect, and you don't have to get that detailed, but it is your mind palace. You can detail it as much as you want. Uh, I and conceptually for me, I want to have like the family compound where we're on acres of land and we have houses around where people can live if they choose to. And at the center of it um, would be my house. I would have a workout barn where I have like this huge, gym set up with like a CrossFit style gym and probably in the same or adjacent um, part of the barn have more like a global gym setup with machines and stuff like that, depending on what kind of workouts I want to do. I have in my current home lots of equipment that I don't really use, so I'm gonna get better at that, implementing what I have. Do you have a garden? Do you grow things? What kind of things do you grow in the garden, right? Do you have an indoor greenhouse, right? These are concepts you can go to in your mind palace and visualize the peace and serenity in your life that you need, or places where you go to think, right? For me, I would have a study as well, right? Separate from the living room, stuff like that, where I just keep all my books because I have hundreds and hundreds of books. And right now I have a small house, but I have hundreds of books, right? I have multiple bookcases in pretty much every room. And I would want to study where I have all that information and I can go to have that as my office space or as the solid space where I'm thinking and working through things that are on my mind. What else? What other rooms? Like what the laundry room, the utility room, what have you, the pantry, um, you know, looking through the walk-in closets. I always dreamed of the concept of I would have a big walk-in closet and I have a 3D printer that would print me clothes. Um, and it's something that uh, probably near future. If I had to do a fashion startup, that's what my fashion startup would be. You can download or create your own designs and you would have it print your own clothes, like sew your own clothes and to whatever, what have you. That would be pretty intricate. I'd love to see that, but probably not as practical. But in terms of the Mind Palace, where you can pretty much walk in and design everything you want in your closet, would be great. And maybe have like a donation space where somebody comes in once a week, like, oh, I don't want this anymore. I'd like to donate this. Uh, Good for tax purposes, right? Let's see. And I think the concept of the roof is something that keeps you protected. I've had people say like, "Oh, the roof's obsidian," and whatever material has um, some kind of value to you. I've had somebody say like there is no roof; it's as high as your ambition goes, right? So it can, there's no solid foundation, but that roof is. It's just keeps going up, and that person is a very ambitious person. So I can definitely see that. Um, but some people say like knowing that you have a roof over your head makes you feel really safe. So they have solid materials, like what kind of roof materials, whether it's like a tile roof or a shingle roof or like a metal roof or whatever material you have, keeps you mentally safe from being rained on. When other people try to rain on your parade forever. Yeah, so there's that concept. Um, I'm trying to think if I miss anything. We can go over the yard and the curb appeal. So the curb appeal concept that when I talk about building Mind Palaces is when the kids come home from college or you're coming home from your commute to work or you're coming home vacation. How does it feel when you see your house from the block away or from wherever you're going? If you have like a um, you have a private jet or airstrip on your property, how does it feel when when you can see it from wherever you're coming in before you step in? Um, what is that feeling that you get when you see that? And I think it's really important to identify what that feeling is, so you have a positive effect of coming home, and to reinforce that feeling that you get that you're safe, that when you get home that you have a chance to recharge, right? That's where my house is supposed to be. It's supposed to be a safe place for you to be with your thoughts so you can process the things in your life. Um, Mentally, physically, emotionally, spiritually, whatever it is, your home should be a place of solace. Yeah, and that's my concept. Um, I think my roof would be the solar city panels, right? The solar city tiles. So I'm like constantly having energy being recharged from the sun, and that would be sweet. I would love that. But this is session one. It evolves, right? And usually I have a spreadsheet where I go over, what those concepts are. I write them down and I share them with you, and you can fill them out and keep going for as far as you want to take it. Session two would be, what is your ideal office life look like if you're remote, or if you want to go into work? What kind of startup do you want to build? What kind of business do you want to run? What does it look like to take the next step in your career if you want to do that? Uh, and then from there, we do pro con lists and what to look for uh, once you build the office concept, and what does your ideal commute look like? So yeah, but that is me coaching myself. And if you want to see more, drop a comment. I'm happy to take 30 minutes to help you build this. And usually in 30-minute sessions, I have people, they have drastic changes in their career. They get the next job, they negotiate the raise. And I've seen anything from 20 to 40K raises for the tech professionals that I work with, which it's a significant amount of money. And I would like to help you give yourself a raise. Thank you.